What's up YouTube, Webbers5 here, coming at you today with the update to my pure Endymion deck profile. So guys, after doing lots of testing around with the various forms, so I tried Endymion Magician, then I had to go with Endymion Rocket. Going through that endurance match I had with the Dark Magician, I learned that what I said originally to begin with when the deck first came out was true. Pure really is best, so I've gone back to playing Pure. So I had a tournament with it the other day, over the weekend, went XO, won the entire thing, so that was really good. And basically this is how I played my deck over the tournament. So let's get into the profile, but before we do, I want to do my shoutouts as always. Now guys, it's been a while since I've done some shoutouts and the list's kind of ranked up a bit, so I will be reading it from a list, so I do. And as per usual, I do apologise if I get any of your names wrong. So shoutouts to Zombie Dad 32, Johnny Lee, Antonio Ronivaldo, Miguel Brincheno, Big Freaky, Remtrox H, Lucas Santos, SGXCGTH Zoax, Roland Turbux, and Lotfi. I can't even read my own writing. Lotfi Elsane. Okay, thank you guys so much for subscribing. You're part of the reason that my channel is continuously growing stronger. So without further ado, let's get into the profile. Okay guys, so starting this profile off with the Endymion package, we got 3 Mighty Master, 3 Servants, 3 Magister, 1 Reflection, and the 3 Spell Power Mastery. So I'm playing it as this engine because naturally 3 Servants, because it's the best card in the deck. So happy this card's getting an OTS Super. I'm definitely going to be picking up mine. 3 Magister, liking it as an extender. I might cut this to 2. I'm not completely sure, but right now I'm finding 3 is fine. 3 Mighty Master because he's the best card in the deck. I want to see him as much as possible, either in the deck to be summoned off Servant or in my hand so I can summon him off his own effect and go for game. And then one Reflection because I don't like seeing it. I like what she does, but I don't like seeing her in my hand too much, so that's why I cut it down to 1. I've seen some builds are playing 2 because naturally I understand of the combo between her and Magister as well, so I understand that, but I'm still preferring it at 1. And then actually 3 Mastery because Search Spell, you're going to max out on that. Mythical Beast package, playing 2 Cerberus, then 3 Jackal, 1 Garuda, and 2 Mythical Institution. So running it at this engine for the reason of Cerberus is a level 8, so naturally I can't Pendulum summon him easily. And frankly, because I don't want to max out on Mythical Institution because it can clog my spell and trap zones, I'm finding 2 is okay, so that's fine. So 2 Cerberus to just primarily set up the 2 institutions. 3 Jackal King because I will either A, search him off Cerberus, or B, special summon him off Servant, depending on my matchups. And then 1 Garuda because Garuda is the only mythical beast whose monster effect is a hard once per turn. But Garuda's just amazing. Garuda can a well-timed Garuda can essentially shut down an opponent's turn. The number of times I've won a game just because I stopped my opponent getting a important summon off with Garuda was insane. Next into Electrum Turbo cards, so most of these very straightforward. So 3 Chrono with 1 Time Gazer, 3 Abyss Actor Curtain Raiser, and then the Dark One package, running it at 2 Dark Worm, 1 Gate Zero, 1 Dragon Shrine, 1 Foolish Burial. Running it at that ratio because I don't really like seeing too many hard once per turn cards in my hand, so if I play multiple Dragon Shrine's going to be a bit of a brick for me, which isn't ideal. And frankly, I'm liking it like this. I'm finding with this build, I don't really necessarily need to go into the Guard Dragon combo as much, but Dark Worm at least gives me the option that I can go into it if I feel like it. I should also quickly point out, guys, when I went into my tournament, I was under a bit of pressure to get my deck sorted quickly, so the build I actually played was 45 cards. I'll actually go into the 5 cards that I add in later, which I've now taken out because I wanted my deck at 40. I didn't actually keep my Destrudo in my deck, because, as I said, I was in a bit of a rush, so yeah. But I would like to put Destrudo back in, but I'm still trying to figure out the one space to put into it. If anyone's got any ideas, please leave a comment in the description. Okay, so that's it for the monsters I'm playing. And the remaining spells I'm playing got 2 Citadel, 1 Secret Village, 1 Terraforming, and 1 Set Rotation. So basically this is my field spell package. 2 Citadel is probably the thing I want to, just as a way to put a spell counter on the field to get it one easily. Searchable with both Terraforming and the Spellbound Mastery. Secret Village, putting that in because it's a field spell I can search with Terraforming, so, and in the right matchup essentially wins me the game, which is another reason, which is also the purpose of the Set Rotation as well. Because if I'm against a spell matchup and I know, okay, if I lock out those spells, I'm going to win this, Set Rotation is a great way just for me to try and get to my Secret Village as quickly as I can. So, yeah, I've seen a lot of builds playing this as well. I really like it, so I'm going with it. And then the last spells I'm playing, my only draw spells in the deck. 1 day apiece, and Upstart Goblin. These are the only ones I feel I need because they're just a quick way to get a spell counter, good way to cycle through my deck, and unlike things like Desires, I don't have to banish 10 for it to get ashed, or Allure. Because I'm playing more of the pure build, I've got less darks than I normally would in, say, one of my other builds. And frankly, Desires I've gone back and forth about for a while, and Allure is just a risky thing, particularly in pure, so I don't feel I need them, and frankly it's working quite well without them. Yep. And then guys, as I said, when I did my tournament I actually played 45 cards, because I couldn't figure out 5 cards to take out, but after having a bit of time to think, I've sorted it. So these are the 5 of the cards that I had. So these are the 5 additional cards I had in my deck during my tournament. So I had the second copy of Reflection, took it out because I don't really like it at 2. The 3rd Mythical Institution, took it out because I've cut down on the Mythical Beast engine. And then the last 3 cards were the my small Zephyr engine, 1 Oracle of Zephyr, 1 Zephyr Nui, and 1 Divine Strike. So I cut this out simply on the reason I don't really see it when I play. I don't want to up the engine too much because of the partial brick factor. And frankly, I sided this out every single game and it worked absolutely fine. Okay, going into the extra deck. I didn't really prep too much of my extra deck for the tournament I went to, and frankly, during the tournament, I didn't really need it very much. I only actually ever summoned 3 monsters during my entire tournament, and those 3 were the obvious Electromite. I went into this pretty much every single game. 1 Daybreaker. I used this as a bit of board clearance during one matchup because I wasn't completely sure how the deck worked, so I didn't want to take a chance. And 1 Boral Sword because I was in the position that I was able to just OTK by making a Boral Sword. Frankly, those were the only 3 monsters I played, and those were pretty much the only ones I needed. Because generally pure, they don't really have, because again guys, in the pure variant you don't really have to focus too much on your extra deck. Your main deck can generate a lot of advantage as it is. But for the sake of disclosure, the rest of my extra deck was, even though I didn't really use it, not that I could have used a lot of it, because as I said during my tournament I didn't play Destrudo. So but for those wondering, the rest of my extra deck was the rest of the Guard Dragon package, so LP, Triple Burst, Absolute, Romulus, Vortex, Erratic Seal, and then Synchros in that engine, Boral Savage, Dawn Dragster, because, you know, it's a fun go. It's a really nice option of going first if you make all the... And then other stuff I had, 1 Lambda as my backup link, didn't need... One Lambda is my backup link, didn't need it. Dweller, this is slightly more difficult to go into in the pure variant because of your higher number of 3s as opposed to 4s, but still useful to have. Synchros, 1 Quantum, 1 Draco Berserker. Didn't make either of those either because again I didn't have my tuner, but Quantum, nice option of getting around monsters without destroying them. Berserker, again, is a nice way of getting around monsters with activated effects without destroying them. And against a danger matchup, it's a fun way to rip 2 cards out your opponent's hand. Okay, so and then for those wondering, my side deck was a very, very generic side deck. So 3 Phantasme, 3 Lancia, 3 DD Crow, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, and 3 Red Reboot. Pretty much all there to pretty much counteract the meta. Lynx, Thunder Dragon, Orcust, Grave specific decks. It was also really good. Also really good against Orcust as well. Back row, and then my back row hate. The only thing I'll comment, guys, my choice of Cosmic Cyclone over a card of say like Twin Twisters, it's simply because a lot of the cards at my locals that I would want to like hit with do as back row hate. It's essentially a lot of cards that have ways of coming back from the grave. So like Orchestrated Babel has the ability to reset itself. Sky Striker multi-roll can be recovered through things like Kagari or Hercules base. So banish that, it's good as well. And then naturally Red Reboot, just a great way of, it's like the best form of trap removal right now. Okay guys, so that's the deck profile. Hope you all enjoyed it. Leave a comment down in the description what you thought. And also if anyone's got any, and as I said earlier, if anyone's got any ideas of a card I could take out to slot in the Destrudo, leave a comment down as well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll hopefully try and do another update probably, I'd say next month or so, just to give you guys a brief update. In case anyone's wondering why I'm not playing Appaloosa in my build, easy answer, I don't own one yet. It's on my list of cards that I want to get, but I'm debating, do I want to get the regular secret rare? Do I want the alternate rare? And if I want the alternate rare, am I willing to spend that kind of money on it? Possibly. Just not right now, because naturally, at the time of this recording, it's like the end of November. My sister's birthday's in a few days, so I've had to focus on buying something for her, and naturally there's Christmas next month, so I've saved my funds for that, so I've been kind of cutting back on my expensive cards, which I'm buying for the moment. But I will try and probably see if I can get an Appaloosa by the start of next year. So yeah. But if anyone else has got any suggestions of cards that I could play, again, leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to Webbers5, and if you're already subscribed, feel free to hit that notification bell so that you never miss an upload.